Protego! Lumos. Protego! Expelliarmus!
You could do better than that.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Protego. Confringo. Revelio. Revelio. Oh. Whoa. 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 Revelio. Revelio. Glacius. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Lumos.
Don't think it's the delightful scent of gardenias you'll be unleashing. No, it's violently rank, and it's not me.
Oh, my exams. Not a one of them deserves more than it.
Have you found anything to, prove my bravery yet?
Hello, Duncan. I have the proof you wanted.
That's one leaf. Must have been a giant venomous tentacula. It's even more than I expected. I knew you were the one to ask. I appreciate you getting it for me.
Of course. I hope this helps you prove yourself.
This is sure to put an end to Puffskein Dunkin for good when I show everyone in the common room tonight. This'll show Everett how ridiculous that nickname was. Thank you again, and have a good day. I know I will. Thank you for all of your help. No more Puffskein Dunkin for me.
Heard you're defending Hogsmeade against...
Revelio.
You know, there is such a thing as trying too hard. Don't get too cocky simply because you had one victory over Sallow. He never backs down from a fight.
If Hogwarts survives the reign of this headmaster, I think we should have a moon calf in charge.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio.
Human transformation. Charlotte Morrison had to go to the hospital room last year. Improvement, I thought. I wonder what animal I'd be.
doing? This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. Revelio. Protego! Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin. Do cooperate, won't you? Assignment's all finished. Oh, no, you don't. I'll look after you. likely this astronomy table will be best used when it's dark.
There's so much we don't know about beasts. So much to learn.
Excellent work today. Class dismissed. I take it you're ready to learn.
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
Is this something we should be learning in school?
Better for you to learn it in school, where we can instruct you properly as to its use. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile. Well done. Now, let us put it into practice, shall we? Go ahead and try it on the pumpkins.
Bombarda!
Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured and in control.
Professor, might I have a moment?
Yes. What is it?
I was wondering what inspired your interest in magical beasts.
Are you considering some sort of profession in the field?
I haven't decided quite yet, but I do find magical beasts fascinating.
You do seem to engage well with the beasts in class. I believe that when choosing a path, particularly of a scholarly nature, one must take into account both one's enthusiasm for a particular subject, as well as how one may best serve the students to whom one is obligated to both inspire and teach.
Of course, Professor. When did your path become clear?
I recall it quite vividly. It was the summer between my 6th and 7th years. I read in the Prophet about a wizard who'd been selling alchemy eggs and disappeared in the mountains near my home. I knew of the alchemy, of course, from my studies, but they are native to lands east of here, such as India. I wondered if it was possible that an alchemy could be so nearby. Hence, I went to find it.
What type of beast is an alchemy?
It is a spectacular beast. A feathered, winged serpent-like creature that can grow or shrink to fit a particular space. Its eggs are made of pure silver, hence the desire to trade in them.
Seems quite a challenge finding an alchemy in the mountains.
It was. After a few days, during which my parents grew increasingly annoyed at my absence, I found what little remained of the wizard egg trader. He was near a tree hollow. And there, inside, was a nest with 7 silver alchemy eggs.
What did you do with them?
Nothing. Beasts are to be valued for what they can provide for wizard kind. protective clothing, potion ingredients, even wand cores. Only poachers see the value in ending a beast's life for galleons. I left the eggs alone. I hid, and moments later, the beast flew right over my head. Breathtaking. She then seemed to all but disappear as she shrunk to fit into the hollow.
That sounds incredible.
Indeed. I knew in that moment that I needed to understand all that I could about beasts and ensure that wizard kind learned to benefit properly from them. Now, I trust that I have answered your question. You would do well to continue your study of beasts, regardless of your chosen path. Beasts and all that they provide will vastly improve your life, and perhaps one day even save it.
I shall remember that, Professor. Thank you. Revelio. Revelio.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
So this is the underground harbour. Protego! Revelio. Protego! That book Professor Weasley was.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration?
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
If that's the only way I can convince you to give me that book, then let's get it over with.
Splendid! Just a few questions, and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
The Golden Snuggery.
No. Incorrect. The answer was the golden snidget. The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
The Allihotzi draft.
I'm afraid the answer was Felix Felicis. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
The Founder's Relics.
No, the answer was the Deathly Hallows. According to Beadle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
The Bludger.
I'm sorry, but the correct answer was the quaffle. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
True.
Actually, the answer was false. While Polyjuice potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
I'm sorry. I don't have time for a quiz at the moment.
Let me know if you change your mind. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio. Revelio ought to make quick work of this. Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration. Revelio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the...
Uncle Roland sends his best. He often asks after you and his owls.
Hello, Adelaide. How are you and your uncle doing?
Very well, thanks to you. The more I learn about Ranrock's foul lot, the more astounded I am that my uncle survived. I looked back over his old owls and noticed that they included pertinent details about his rare metal deposits. I believe that Ranrock's fiends were after those deposits and that they needed my uncle's knowledge. He was willingly going to rot away in that cell to keep me safe.
It was nothing at all, Adelaide. I'm just glad your uncle's safe.
So am I. Seeing him again was such a relief. I told him that he must remain vigilant from now on. I, for one, can't help but look over my shoulder now whenever I leave the castle grounds.
I heard Professor Weasley transfigured the book with all her test answers into an owl to stop students from cheating.
Taking owls a bit too literally, if you ask me.
Beautiful.
Settle down. Settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do. Beautifully done. Class is dismissed.
Revelio.
And remember, now is not the time to ease off your studying. OWLs will be here before you know it.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm not certain I needed all the extra assignments.
And I'm certain you would not have been as successful without them. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you can brew an impressive Edurus potion. Hopefully, you won't need it anytime soon, but it is a valuable potion to have when it is needed.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your extended conversation with Mr. Ollivander after you'd obtained your wand, or subsequent search of the owlery, connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Professor Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can in an effort to complete my field guide.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed. If you wish to practice the spell you just learned, the training dummy is available.
Bombarda!
Since our visit to Feldcroft, something...
Revelio.
Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
My plan with the helmet failed. I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
I remember.
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
I came as soon as I could.
I finally realized what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing, but let's not draw their attention.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
Ranrock's vision of goblins ruling over wizards.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists are out for blood.
Confringo! Glacius! Stego! Confringo! Confringo!
Prepare.
Glacius! Lumos! Bombarda!
Not quite.
Confringo!
Get all spells glance off of me.
Confringo! Protego!
What do you think? Give up.
Lumos!
Confringo!
Lumos! Glacius!
Bombarda.
Just you wait till I'm on solid ground!
What an unfortunate disappointment!
Bombarda.
Rather unwise coming back.
Lumos. Confringo. Glacis. Bombarda.
Someone thinks they can outlast me! Stop!
Bombarda. Glacis. Confringo. Lumos. Lumos.
Lumos. This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose?
Confringo! Protego!
Get away!
Glacis! Bombarda!
Don't do that again, I beg you! I can do this! No! I will make it truly. I will a nice try. You're like a glove bubble. It's me. You don't know you're making this too easy. As if you could best the likes of me. You call that spellcasting?
Glacis!
You almost had a lucky
Glacis!
shot.
Bombarda!
Too slow.
Protego! Confringo!
Hit it. Impressed?
Defender!
Better.
Confringo!
Is that it? This is almost too easy.
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
It is. And that was relatively fun.
Revelio.
I should tell you. Rumor is this mine was closed long ago due to an infestation of spiders.
How nice. Nothing I haven't seen before. better or for worse, we're in.
How nice of you.
This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
Confringo!
Such arrogance.
Ranrock will lead us to victory!
Confringo!
I won't rest until you're dead.
Luma, prepare it.
Who do you think you are? No!
What are you doing? What is this?
Prepare it. Confringo! Glaciers! Bombarda! Confringo!
Levioso!
Confringo! Glaciers!
You won't survive this, my young friend.
Confringo! Bombarda! Glaciers!
If only Ranrock were here.
How many Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want.
That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
Confringo! Bombarda! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Leviosa! Arresto Momentum! It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes, or the venomous fangs, or any number of endearing qualities, really.
Smashing.
Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Revelio. Levioso. Confringo. Bombarda. Confringo.
That bridge has seen better days.
Protego. Confringo!
Perhaps we can mend them. To get across the chasm.
Reparo! Confringo! Bombard! Places! Accio! Arresto Moment Levioso! Repulso! Confringo! Glacius! Defender! Bombard! Protego! Accio! Confringo! Glacius! Confringo! Glacius! Confringo!
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrock's loyalists have all but declared war.
Lumos!
Lumos!
Confringo! Lumos!
Lumos! Lumos!
Lumos!
Lumos!
Confringo!
Lumos. We've still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that. Lumos. Lumos.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
Someone there? Who's that? Over here!
Reparo.
Protect them!
I won't rest. Get away!
Bombarda.
Nice try. As if you knew better.
Confringo.
We're not finished yet.
It's almost like momentum waiting. Repulsor. Accio.
Let's get this over with.
Confringo.
Rubber up wine coming back this way.
Bombarda. Confringo.
Miss me.
Confringo.
Call that spell casting.
Accio. Confringo. Defender. Bombarda. Glacius. Defender. Confringo. Bombarda.
One less human to worry about.
Confringo. Levioso. Confringo. Defender. We certainly cleared the room.
You're not a bad chap. For a Slytherin.
For a Ravenclaw, you certainly have a lot to learn. A rune symbol above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never need to look for it.
I wouldn't be surprised to find a couple more.
Confringo.
Defender. Bombarda. Confringo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. Confringo. Wasn't expecting that. Lumos. What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully
Sebastian,
it'll help us unravel
I think I
more of
found
this
something.
mystery.
A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganark was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd,
Lumos.
sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts. And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble.
Lumos.
I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Morinweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
A friendly goblin. He wants no part in Ranrock's fight.
A friendly goblin? You know, goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
Perhaps your uncle was right about you. You don't know when to stop.
Oh, I do know when to stop. Unbelievable.
Revelio.
Transfiguration.
Hello there.
Hello, Armeet. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. Well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me, being self-taught and all.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
I won't bet.
On display.
Is that the best you can do? Are you quite finished?
Confringo. Defender. Bombarda. Protego. Places.
I will make.
Bombarda. Accio. Confringo.
Don't do that again, I beg you. I can do this.
Accio. Confringo. Places. Glacius. Bombarda. Confringo. Glacius. Defendo.
I won't rest until you're
Bombarda. You've won Reparo.
do with a nice...
Levioso.
You think this is funny?
Confringo. Defender. Glacius. Bombarda. Accio. Arresto Momentum. Levioso. Repulso. Confringo. Glacius. Defender. Bombarda. Glacius. Confringo. Revelio. Glacius. Bombarda. Confringo. Defender. Protego. Glacius. Confringo. Revelio. Bombarda. Defender. Accio. Repulso. Confringo. Glacius. Defender. Glacius. Confringo. Bombarda. Protego. Glacius. Confringo. Glacius. Bombarda. Defender. Glacius. Confringo. Arresto Momentum. Defender. Bombarda. Glacius. Confringo. Levioso. Defender. Protego. Glacius. Bombarda. Confringo. Glacius. Confringo. Defender. Bombarda. Protego. Glacius. Confringo. Glacius.
Bombarder. Defender. Glaciers. Confringo. Defender. Potato. Bombarder. Glaciers. Confringo. Bombarder. Defender. Confringo. Glaciers. Defender. Confringo. Bombarder. Glaciers. Bombarder. Defender. Confringo. Glaciers. Bombarder. Defender. Potato. Glaciers. Confringo. Bombarder. Glaciers. Confringo. Defender.
Come here, you.
Glaciers. Leviosa. Arresto Leviosa. I will not for you. Leviosa.
Return me to the ground at once.
Accio. Arresto Momentum. Pulsar. Leviosa.
Put me down.
Pulsar. Accio.
Was that your best?
Leviosa. Arresto Momentum.
Much too slow.
Arresto Momentum. Capulso. Leviosa.
Put me down.
Accio.
Not quick enough. Stupid to come here.
Bombarder.
You can't stop us.
Glacier. Confringo.
A miss.
Window. Glacier. Bombarder. Confringo! Glacis! Bombarda! Defender! Leviosa! Confringo! Glacis! Defender! Glacis! Confringo! Bombarda! Defender! Confringo! Glacis! Bombarda! Defender! Glacis! Confringo! Bombarda! Confringo! Glacis! Defender! Glacis! Bombarda! Confringo! Defender! Glacis! Confringo! Bombarda! Defender! Confringo! Glacis! Bombarda! Confringo! Defender! Glacis! Levioso! Accio! Arresto on the left. Depulso! Confringo! Glacis! Bombarda! Defender! Confringo! Glacis! Bombarda! Defender! Defender! Glacis! Confringo! Bombarda!
Someone more?
Repel!
Some.
Confringo! Defender! Bombarda! Accio! Glacis! Defender! Confringo! Bombarda! Levioso!
I'll get you for that! How nice of you to stop by.
Glacis!
How nice of you to stop by.
Defender! Bombarda! Confringo! Glacis! Bombarda!
Reminds me of the time I nearly fell out of a cart at Gringotts. I was only young, man. We were not
Places.
Oh, weak human.
Bombarder.
Is that it? But I'm better.
Confringo.
Impressed? No!
Revelio.
I will make you proud.
Levioso.
Beautiful. Truly.
Accio. Repulsor. Levioso. Confringo. Bombarder. Confringo. Places. Confringo. Places. A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
You said this would repair the chasm between the two of you. How did you not expect him to react this way?
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle?
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lodgok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bagalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ?
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
Our meet and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
The door is looking at us.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we? Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected. I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
Accio!
I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Accio! forget about you, Amit. I'll get you through this mine.
Confringo!
Just you wait till I'm human here.
Levioso! Arresto momentum. Confringo! Glacius! Descendo! Descendo! That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word.
Revelio.
Being watched by a door. We won't get through as long as we can be seen by that eye. We should use disillusionment. That eye won't see a thing. Confringo. Revelio.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays. Accio.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here a schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
Lumos.
Revelio. Confringo! Glacius! Arresto momentum. Depulso! Accio! Levioso!
You
Confringo! Glacius! Defendo! Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Revelio.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
One less shooter to worry about. Little moon calf.
Confringo. Glacier. Defender.
Let's get this over with.
Confringo.
Rubber up wide.
Glacier.
You will suffer.
Confringo. Losing Glacier.
Put me down at once!
Arrest them. Accio.
Pity. Not quite. I won't.
Accio.
I shall avenge your death.
Confringo. Glacier. Defender. Bombardment. Repulsor.
Oh, this movie is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler.
Confringo.
This is more complex than I had expected.
Accio. Revelio. Accio.
devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Lumos. Not an entanglement we need right now.
Revelio.
Lumos.
Up for a bit of time, This will not go well for you.
Confirm.
How nice.
Glacius.
One less human to worry about. Too slow. Just keeping you on your toes. This is almost too easy. Much too slow. Get away. Hit it all. Was that your best?
Confringo.
I will have my revenge.
Kill space. Miss me.
Confringo. Confringo. Glacius. Accio. How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them, I'll meet.
Revelio. Revelio. Confringo. This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
Accio. Revelio. I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
Confringo!
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed. Accio. Revelio. 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 Confringo! Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
Accio.
Can we please talk about what just happened?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch when I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Revelio.
Protego!
You're here. Brilliant.
I received your owl. What happened with Ominous?
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But Ominous won't help me, so I'm hoping you still can. I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be. Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the Scriptorium's entrance, and Ominous won't tell me.
Perhaps I should have a chat with Ominous.
You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. Ominous is annoyingly stubborn. Nothing new. I know where he is. I'll lead you to him and then leave you to it. Come on. He's this way.
Lumos.
Keep an eye out. Never know who's watching. Although that hasn't stopped us before.
Strictly speaking, it has. We were caught.
Damned poltergeist. Such a nuisance. There he is. Good luck.
What are you doing here?
Hello, Ominous. Do you have a moment?
What is it? What have you and Sebastian been up to now?
I owe you an apology, Ominous. I wasn't honest with you before about the Undercroft. Sebastian did show it to me. He wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells, to try and catch up to the other fifth years. He didn't think you'd mind.
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been pestering me lately about something and I'm frustrated with him.
Don't tell me he's still going on about, what was it, a scriptorium?
He told you about that.
He did. We were talking about Hogwarts founders and he mentioned it. Wouldn't say much more, though.
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic that is better left untouched.
Wait, you've never been inside?
Of course not. I only know about it because of my favorite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. Didn't agree with the family on the use of dark magic. In fact, she'd hoped to convince my family that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping pureblood status. She'd heard of this scriptorium and thought its contents might shed some light on him. She even found the secret entrance in this very corridor. She wrote regularly to my father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished. No one else ever tried to enter.
I'm sorry about your aunt. Don't you want to find out what happened to her?
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good intentions and lost her life. I don't want the same to happen again.
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. This could honor her memory, get you answers about Slytherin and Sebastian answers for Anne. Your aunt pursued this alone. We could do it together.
I see what you've done here, and I confess, you've convinced me. I didn't think it possible. Very well. I shall tell you what I know. Fetch Sebastian, I'll wait. I hope we
Revelio.
don't regret this.
Sebastian, over here.
Bombarda!
These braziers grant access to the scriptorium.
Now you'll share?
Lumos.
You wouldn't tell me when I practically begged.
It wasn't you who told me what I needed to hear. opening the entrance has something to do with threes.
Well, 3 heads are better than 1.
It's 2 heads are better than 1.
And by that logic, 3 is better than 2. Simple mathematics, Ominous.
Lumos.
Confringo! Glacis! Confringo! Bombarda! Arresto Momenti!
Lumos.
Confringo!
Something's happening.
I hope we're ready for this.
Lumos.
Dark, ominous corridors. My favorite.
No comment.
Come on, that was a good one. Looks like a locked door. We may want to look around.
A journal entry, signed by Noctua Gaunt.
Gaunt?
Reparo.
Ominous. Your family was here. The rubble formed a relief of a person facing a
Lumos.
snake.
That must be the voice I hear. The voice is ancient, sinister.
You hear a voice?
It started when you repaired that relief. I hear a whisper saying, "Speak to me." I'm a parcel mouth. I can hear and speak to snakes. Nearly all known parcel mouths are descended from Salazar Slytherin.
I'd like to be able to talk to snakes.
You might not want the ability to speak past the tongue. It's often associated with dark wizards. I haven't spoken it in ages, but I'd wager if I speak it now, the door will open. I'm hoping you're having second thoughts.
Believe me, I am having thoughts, but I'm still convinced we should go ahead.
It's ironic. When I left home, I vowed to leave the dark arts behind, and yet here I am. Stand back. I can't believe I'm doing this.
It worked! Ominous, you possess a rare ability indeed.
Between the two of you, I'm starting to
Lumos.
Between the two of us?
Never mind. There's no clear way forward.
Like a maze. Salazar Slytherin most likely wanted this to be difficult to solve.
The door we came from
Revelio.
closed, and there's more than one gate ahead.
Then look closely at each gate for...
Confringo!
The dial requires focus.
Aunt Noctua said the same. It may take practice to solve it. That didn't sound good.
Salazar Slytherin didn't make this easy.
Lumos.
This journal entry, it mentions getting lost and being unwelcome.
Poor Aunt Noctua.
Another gate.
Seems Slytherin like to play games.
Must run in the family.
Look in a mirror, Sebastian.
Matching the symbols did open it.
Was about to do that myself, but you got to it first. Nice work.
That sounded promising.
Lumos.
Another dial solved.
Impressive. Nice work.
Revelio. Confringo.
Ominous. Your aunt wanted to change your family's traditions.
She did. And she was my favorite person in the world for it.
Lumos.
Another... not the welcoming sort, was he? Every dial seems to be getting more difficult. But we
Revelio.
made it this far. Don't give up.
Lumos.
Noctua references painful and arduous challenges, but also rewards.
Painful. That's the part I'm wary of.
We've got more to solve ahead.
Search each corridor. It may not be obvious which leads where.
Excellent work. We're another step closer to the scriptorium.
Lumos.
I spotted something ahead. Looks troubling.
This whole place is troubling, but for my aunt's sake, we cannot stop now.
The gate! I think we're locked in. Again.
Then Salazar Slytherin is not yet finished with us.
Revelio.
Ominous. Her skeleton. And Noctua's last journal entry. She mentions being trapped here, blocked by an unforgivable curse.
This is where she died. This is where we'll die. I shouldn't have listened to either of you.
Ominous, I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do. It's going to be difficult.
You said you know what to do.
Tortured faces on the door, and Crucio is etched into the stone. My guess is if we cast the Cruciatus curse, the door will open. That's why Noctua died. She had no one to cast the curse on. Ominous has the most experience with this. He should cast it. You seem to be in Ominous's favor. Will you ask him about this?
He does seem a bit cross with you. I'll speak with him.
Good. Work your magic, so to speak. Wish we had some liquid luck.
All of this could have been avoided.
Ominous. I hadn't imagined we'd end up trapped like this.
Salazar Slytherin did. He's to blame for many unimaginable things. I overheard you and Sebastian, and I won't do it. The Cruciatus curse is pure torture. I would know.
Sebastian told me a little of what happened when you were young. Sounds as if you had no choice.
Should have known he would have told you. And one always has a choice. I'm as guilty as the worst of my family. Unforgivable curses won't work unless you really mean them. I had to want to cause pain, and for that I shall never forgive myself. That spells the reason I have no family left. You and Sebastian will need to sort out another solution. If you cast Crucio, you will regret it forever.
What do we do now? Ominous is not going to cast the Cruciatus curse again.
Ridiculous. As if dying in here is a better option than casting a damned spell. It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio, or I can cast it on you.
Wait, you didn't say you knew how to cast Crucio?
Because I'm not sure I do. Ominous knows that, yet he's left us no choice. I don't yearn to follow in Noctua Gaunt's footsteps. I think I can cast it if I have to.
I want to learn the curse, but I won't cast it on you. You need to cast it on me.
I shan't forget this.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Crucio! And you were right.
you all right?
That pain, it was excruciating. But I'll survive. Let's keep moving.
We made it. We found Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium.
I can't believe we're here.
Sebastian, ominous. There's a book just here.
You found something.
You two go ahead. Let me know what's in it. I'll wander around a bit.
Revelio. What do you think?
Looks like a spellbook of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominous never told me about his aunt and what she found.
What will you do with Slytherin's spellbook?
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents ingrained that habit early on. But I can do that later. For now, I say we explore this room. It's breathtaking. I don't want to leave, but I owe you. Both of you. Without both of you, we'd never have made it this far.
We were lucky. We could have died. We must swear never to do this again.
I see a way out.
Best news I've heard all day.
Ominous. About your aunt.
Please, Sebastian.
Lumos.
I meant what I said before. We swear, right now, never to engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Understood. I'm truly sorry about your aunt, Ominous.
I suppose after all this, I am grateful to know what happened to her. Thank you.
imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Revelio.
Uncle Roland sends his best. He often asks after you and his owls.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Revelio.
studying Salazar Slytherin's spellbook. Meet me in the Undercroft. I found something.
Revelio.
Professor, I wondered if I could ask how you came to Hogwarts.
Ah, I suppose that is not an unexpected question. After I told you about my time in Mahutukoro, it was a simple matter of fate, really. After my experience with the Toyohashi Tengu, I was determined to find work that would fulfill me. I accepted a position with the Japanese Ministry of Magic. I cannot tell you the specifics of my work. A few years into my post, I had the honor of working with Professor Weasley, at the time a curse breaker for the British Ministry.
Professor Weasley was a curse breaker for the Ministry?
She was. But I would advise you not to inquire upon it. She is quite clear that her focus is now Hogwarts. We coordinated, shall we say, defensive efforts on a particular matter, and were talking one evening about the rigors of our respective positions. She mentioned plans to return to Britain and Hogwarts specifically. I noted I could appreciate her decision. Her description of the school was so enchanting that when she wrote to me a few years later about the open position of flying professor, I was intrigued.
I suppose I can understand wanting to move on from all that you went through with the Tengu.
But that is not at all what happened. I was not moving on. What happened will always be a part of me. I learned from it. My reason for coming to Hogwarts was to expand my horizons.
Then you enjoy being a flying instructor, even after all that happened?
I do. And not despite all that happened, but because of it. You would do well to let lessons be just that, lessons. Learn from your errors, in judgment or otherwise. I am proud to impart such knowledge upon students, no matter where in the globe they may reside.
dear, do mind the tires. Some of them can be missed.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
We stayed up almost the entire night the other week talking about schoolwork.
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, Is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Revelio.
I can't believe we found ourselves trapped in that scriptorium. Never again.
Lumos. You'll never believe what I've learned.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
We need to tell him. He's the reason we found the book, and he deserves to know what you've learned.
You've seen how he frets about the dark arts. I promise, I'll tell him when I found the relic. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
Lumos. I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I appreciate you telling Sebastian not to keep this from me, but going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spell book.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further, but if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
Lumos. Revelio.
More like he doesn't like you.
Balthazar, I'm his best friend. I would...
Lumos. Revelio.
I hope I... Professor Fig, the Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice Potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have Polyjuice Potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the Ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more. How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.